All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Hey, wait. Tight end right. We got 3. Ready. 25. 58. Big edge. Hey, Tuesday. 58's the mic. Oh, and he's on it.
On first down, Ryan. And his first pass is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Got him.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Ready. Black 25. Yeah. Mike, wait. Gun. Rip right. Go.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
All day, baby. Good stuff. Hey, Tuesday. 4 down. Ready. We ready. 4 down. Let's go. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Watch the slant. Pick the edge. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it, and receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, and the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
We got 4. Watch twist. 21. Hey, South. Mike 56. 21. I got one. Hey, Ridley. Hey, switch gears. Get out.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Gun! Double tight. Hey, boys, we got 4.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Over! Watch tight end. Hey! Four down, four down, four down.
On second down, Johnson. And a nice spin into some open field. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Now on first and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
39. Check 50. Wide, 25, sit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Tight end right. Ready. Wide 25. Four down. 54, south. Watch out. Kill. 22.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Ready. 3 down. Odd. Hey, Tuesday. 20. Gun. Man, I got you.
Now Ryan on second down. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Strong right. Ready. Blue 80. Even. 4 down. Gun. Check. Lucky. Gun.
Now it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, red blitz. Ready. Blue 80. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 12. Back. Hey.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Hassan Reddick, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! On three. Motion.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got this one down to the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Two tights.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
12. 4 down. Blue 80, sit on it. Ready, Blue 80. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 54, south. Space. Hey, Tuesday. 58.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And it's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, gun. Ready.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
3 down, 3 down. Ready, back 25.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Yeah, baby.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, Eddie, sit on it. Back 25.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, let's go. 3, check 3. 20.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this.
Switch. Blue 80. Mike's 56. 11. I got him. 56. Mike, 56. Right 21. 56. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. 39. Blue 80, sit on it.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
54, south. Check hot route.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Ryan now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Blue 80, black 25, 22. Check nickel. Right. Alert flare. Black 25, sit on, ready, blue 80. It's a Mike, 58. 58's a Mike. In your face.
Now Ryan. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Ready, black 25. 56, check 56. Watch the screen. Hey, wait. Hey, express. Exit. 22. No, off. Let's go.
Here's Ryan. Smith here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Hey, boys, we got four. 4 down.
They'll run here with Freeman. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, the clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson.
Here we go.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Detroit! Man left. 3 down. Gun!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, we got 3.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The Falcons will kick this one off. Number 85, acting to return.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spins by. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And they they start the second half with Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They go to Johnson again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. And now it's Rosen looking. And able to find Kirk complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
6 guy, check 6 guy. Watch it now, Barney.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Gun!
From the gun, it's Rosen. Gonna look deep for Wilson. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Ready, set. White 25. Gun. Let's go, baby. Return over. Let's get that ball. Gun.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Tight end right. Even. Ready. Black 25. Gun. White. 56. 12. Gun. Get in the weight room. Get up. Ringo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan.
Come on.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Hey, baby. Good stuff.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Watch you now, Barney. Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic.
Now a handoff. Johnson. Got some real estate inside the 30.
Crash.
Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wait! Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Right! Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, Ripley's. Check 37. 39. Under team. 25
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Ready. White 25. We got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Gun. Alert 3. Alert 3. 21. Kill. 22. Kill. Look out. 58's the mic. 58. Get up. What?
From the shotgun, Ryan. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Aaron Lynch coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
He completes it to Julio Jones. Julio Jones all alone. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 77 yards. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here's Bosher to kick it away.
Number 85, back to return.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
29 is the mic.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch tight end.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call following the penalty. It's Johnson, and he's got some space here. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big run there by Johnson. 49 yards on the ground. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Watch you now, Barney.
Check.
Johnson running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Detroit!
He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Johnson, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Sponge.
No. Check. Patriot.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Odd.
Detroit!
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
All right, now, Lucky 56.
Check, 93's the mic.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll throw it with Rosen.
Blitz, 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 blitz.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Hot, 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 hot.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Cardinals on third
Watch it now,
down.
Barney,
They've been
Barney.
near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Check, go get him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Woo! Yeah, baby, yeah.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Tight right. 3 down, 3 down. Check, crunch.
Watch you now, Barney! Barney!
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Motion.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty's not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Out.
Leopard!
Now Rosen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Desmond Trufant. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Back 25!
Hey, check 24.
Hey, Ripley! Go! Go!
After the interception, here's Ryan. Going up top.
SOS.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Kill.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Strong right.
Ready! Blue 80!
4 down. Alert.
21! Hey, Tuesday! Hey! Ready for that?
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Tight to the right. Move. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
11. Ready. Black 25. Left.
4.
Wide. 25 to that. Left.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Get up. Wait.
Up.
Get up.
Ryan, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready. Blue 80.
Slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey.
Motion.
Gun.
Here we go.
Wait.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Ready. Blue 80.
Shift.
Right.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Space.
Coming. 58, right over
11.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got wide.
On.
Motion.
Hey, Ripley's.
25, check
22. Let go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal.
Hey.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away.
Number 25, ready to return.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Hey, Tuesday. 39.
Check.
58.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Slam.
Let's go.
Now Ryan on 1st down. They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey. 4 down.
Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long. It's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
We got
Ready. Black 25. 54, Sam.
58.
Hey, let's go.
58.
One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly.
Go.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Really a great season.
Not at all, and you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going